Have you heard about a fire that took place at the University of the Bahamas yesterday in an area where the Negro students, not all, but quite a lot of them, gather to smoke dope? Did you hear about it? Unless we are able to discipline the students at the University of the Bahamas, we're going to be in problem with the legalization of dope. I call on the University of the Bahamas to immediately install on campus fire trucks. Other than that, the university is going to be burnt down. There must be an intensive investigation as to why that fire was lit and what kind of dope were they on. I thought I would tell it to you in view of the fact that it appears that I'm the only person who's campaigning against this dangerous drugs that has infiltrated our nation. It has overwhelmed and overrun our schools and our university. Just mark my word, you shall see the destruction like you've never seen it before. Broadcasting live from the ILTV studios located here at University Drive, welcome to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. I'm a Justice of the Peace here in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I'm also a member of the local Catholic Christian community. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor. Bradley, welcome to Freedom March.
Thank you so much. Good to be
And
here.
today is Friday, the 23rd day of August in the year of our Lord 2024. Hold on, everybody. It's been a wonderful day. It's been raining. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. We'll be right back on this rainy Friday. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. And of course, today has been like a rainy Friday. All morning it has been raining. And of course, I'll talk about it. But let me start the show off by inviting my spiritual advisor, Bradley Roll, to set the Christian stage. Bradley, if it pleases you, behold the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Absolutely, and I like how you use that word, Christian stage, for this is who we are. And we practice the teachings of the New Testament and not the Old Testament that goes back to Judaism. So let's do something today. It's going to be special, very, very special. You remember now, you heard it first here on Freedom March. We're going to go to Romans chapter 14, and we're going to read a few verses, but pay attention to them now because it's loaded and has a very strong message for the Christian, as he may have been battling with others who would sort of condemn him on certain issues that Christianity gives him freedom to engage in. Now here's what it says: except the one whose faith is weak, without quarreling over disputable matters. One person's faith allows them to eat anything, but the other whose faith is weak eats only vegetables. The one who eats everything must not treat with contempt the one who does not. And the one who does not eat everything must not judge the one who does, for God has accepted them. Who are you to judge someone else's servant? To his own master he stands or falls, and they will all stand, for the Lord is able to make them stand. That's important. And they will all stand, for the Lord is able to make them stand. Now watch this. One person considers one day more sacred than another. Another considers every day alike. Each of them should be fully convinced in their own mind. Whoever regards one day as special does so to the Lord. Whoever eats meat does so to the Lord, for they give thanks to God. And whoever abstains does so to the Lord and gives thanks to God. For none of us live for ourselves alone, and none of us die for ourselves alone. If we live for the Lord. If we die for the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. For this very reason Christ died and returned to life, so that he may be both Lord of the dead and the living. You then, why do you judge your brother or sister? Or why do you treat them with contempt? For we will all stand before God's judgment seat. As it is written, as surely as I live, says the Lord, every knee will bow before me, every tongue will acknowledge God. So then, each of us will give an account of ourselves to God. Therefore, let us stop passing judgment on one another. Instead, make up your mind not to put any stumbling block or obstacle in the way of a brother or sister. Here comes the end now. Watch this. I am convinced, being fully persuaded in the Lord Jesus, that nothing is unclean in itself. But if anyone regards something as unclean, then for that person it's unclean. Let me repeat that. Leave that right there, producer. This is the Apostle Paul now. He says, I am convinced, being fully persuaded in the Lord Jesus, that nothing is unclean in itself. But if anyone regards something as unclean,
Don't say anything. I'm on TV.
then for that person,
Okay?
it is unclean. I end right there. Very powerful lesson then. Romans chapter 14. Romans chapter 14, verses 1 through 14. The Word of God is completely powerful indeed. Thank you, producer. And back to you, Sandra.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor.
Absolutely.
Yesterday, you would recall that here I became rather emotional, and for many people, they may not have been able to comprehend my emotions. Yesterday, I was here when I received a call from my good friend Nicola Jacks that his son, Andrew Thompson, had suddenly collapsed and died. It was devastating news, for I have been very close with that family for many, many years. And so it was shocking, it was devastating that Andrew, who is 43 years old, a resident of Curl Harbor, he's survived by his wife Candace, his mom Gloria, dad Nicola Jacks, and his sister and other friends and relatives. So it was very, very devastating, because on Sunday, the majority of the family members, other than Andrew, had participated in an event in which the church held a picnic. And on Sunday, I was rather preoccupied with Andrew. So I questioned both parents extensively. Where is Andrew? What is he doing? How is he feeling? And so forth and so on. So it was very shocking and very devastating. Andrew has always been a wonderful and outstanding young man. And so very early this morning, I did accompanied the family to the morgue with a view to the family having an opportunity to properly identify his remains. So that was very, very devastating. So Andrew Thompson, he's dead at age 43, a wonderful Bahamian citizen, a young man who's never gotten himself in any unnecessary controversy, never got himself in any infraction of the law. So I'm proud to call him my godson. And I was very devastated over learning of his sudden and unexpected demise. So may he rest in peace. It's powerful. Well, my spiritual advisor, you understood clearly what my emotions were yesterday.
Yeah, and I want to really send my condolences to the family. That's Jackson, his wife, whom I know dearly. I really want to convey my condolences to them during this very tragic time. I know it's unexpected and sudden, but you know, it's just one of those things for life. My condolences to the family.
And then, of course, I was faced with a situation where I had been advised, but the mother had not been informed up to the point that I had been advised. So I had to be very careful not to reveal it. And then she hears it while driving along the street. So that is what that was all about. Anyway, Andrew was a great, great guy, and I'm certain the family will soon announce funeral arrangements. Well, in the United States, history has been made. The second woman in the history of the United States of America has been nominated as a presidential candidate in the presidential election. You would recall that Mrs. Hillary Clinton was the first woman to be given a major political party nomination, and she challenged Donald Trump and was defeated. So history is being made again, because you would know that historically in the United States, the presidential nomination has been principally among men. But Mrs. Help me with the nominee, Democratic nominee.
That's Kamala Harris.
Mrs. Kamala Harris has gone down in history. She is the second woman. The second woman. Last night, as I sat in my house mourning the death of my godson, Andrew Thompson, I was stunned that a Bahamian woman, whose name I will not identify, but she's highly profiled, she informed me that she was traveling to the United States on a number of business, and she said that she didn't want me to be upset, but she supports Kamala Harris, and when she returned, she will be wearing her Kamala Harris hat and shirt. So I told her I had no problem with that. I want her to support Kamala Harris with all her heart, and that this is what democracy is all about.
I will be a president who unites us around our highest aspirations, a president who leads and listens, who is realistic, practical, and has common sense, and always fights for the American people.
So Mrs. Harris has accepted the nomination for the Democratic Party, and it is history. And the history is she's the second female in the history of the United States of America to be given a major party nomination. Well, history haven't been made last night. I continue to wear my red hat. I continue to call upon people of African ancestry to pray for Donald Trump and to support President Donald Trump. Here in the Bahamas, there are 12 million American tourists who will be landing, and I call on every taxi cab driver. I call on every tour car operator. I call on everybody in the tourism industry. The Republican Party historically has always been good for big business in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It is under the Democratic Party that our banking industry has been assaulted and damaged. The Republicans has always been our friend when it comes to big money. Let us not forget the history. And remember the Negro teaching. Do not mind the noise in the market. Just focus on the cost of the fish. And Donald Trump happens to be the man who, upon his victory, shall become the leader of the free world. If Kamala Harris is elected, she shall become the leader of the free world. We are unable to vote for the leader of the free world by virtue of not being American citizens and not being able to vote in the U.S. But we can campaign for the incoming world leader. We can pray for the incoming world leader. We can compare the policy of Mrs. Harris along with the policy of Donald Trump, and we can determine if those policies are better for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And I submit the Donald Trump policies is better for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And for those of you who profess Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you cannot vote for Harris and the Democrats because fundamentally their policies is consistent with the Christian teaching that we have taught, that we have been taught, that we have accepted as our culture. And the culture of the Negro people in these 700 islands and 2,000 rocks and keys is Christianity, and Donald Trump represents that. That's it. It's powerful. God save the United States of America. God save the democracy of America. God save Donald Trump. And may the Americans, specifically the Negro Americans, put aside racism. Go beyond racism. Go beyond color. And vote for Donald Trump. A vote against Donald Trump is a vote for racism. Because the argument that is being advanced is that Mrs. Harris is black. And certainly black cannot be a fundamental policy to vote against Donald Trump. So it is my hope and prayer that the Negroes of the Bahamas will use their influence in the tourism industry and to spread the word that Donald John Trump is our man. It's powerful. Well, having said that, we can now look at other things. Do you have any comments, my spiritual advisor?
No, Sandra, it's going to be an interesting race, no doubt. Trump is losing ground for whatever reason. I don't know if it's going to last.
Well, if you think he's losing ground, tell us why.
I mean, you know, this Kamala Harris has been able to do some things as far as drawing people that the Republicans have not been able to do so far.
What people did she draw? What people?
Young people.
Did she draw?
People who are undecided, more or less leaning towards, you know. So,
but all the people who attend,
they're the people Trump needs to target as well.
Take it from me. Every American knows. Listen to me. We're not playing color. We're not playing black. If you're talking black, stay in the back. You hear me? We're not talking color. It's forward with Donald Trump. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker, and of course, Bradley Rolle is my spiritual advisor. And we are getting breaking news out of the United States because, you know, there's a big political theater or theatric taking place, the United States presidential campaign. And we are receiving reports now that Robert Francis Kennedy, that he has just completed a press conference in which he has announced to the people of the United States that he shall no longer seek the presidential office, and instead he shall throw all of his support behind President Donald Trump. So it's a major development in the United States. We'll come back to it. Let my spiritual advisor first pay bills, and then we look at it, because Robert Francis Kennedy, he was born on the 17th of January 1954. He is one of many children of the late Robert F. Kennedy, who was assassinated in 1968 while sorting the Democratic nominee to become president, and of course his uncle, that would be President John F. Kennedy, he was assassinated in the early 60s, maybe 62 or 63, one of them, I don't remember. Pay bills and let's come back and have some fun.
Okay, yeah. So is it Western Air? Sorry. No, it's not up. I'm sorry. Let's do that. Go ahead, Sandra, go ahead. Go ahead and say it. Yeah.
In the United States, the political drama, it's heating up. It's fun, all right? And the United States is like a major political theater. And on the stage are many actors. And we, the world, we can sit down and enjoy it. And I think it's great. The campaign has been peaceful. They've just arrested a white man who is threatening to assassinate Donald Trump. So they lock him up someplace, maybe in Arizona or nearby. So there's one major attempt at the life of Donald Trump. But praise the Lord, they've been able to arrest this white man, and he's now in lawful custody. So the campaign is very hot, and it's been full of intrigue and excitement. But I need the people, the Negro people, the people who are the descendants of Africa. I need y'all who are good at being prayer warriors to pray for Donald Trump's safety and to pray that God will give him the victory, because the Americans need a big wall. Donald Trump is prepared to build one of the biggest walls that we have ever seen since the Chinese build wall. So the issue of building wall is not new to the world, because the Chinese must be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years ago, they built one of the biggest wall. And so Donald Trump, he might be able to outdo the Chinese. I don't know, but I think it's great. I just love the fact that the Americans are building this big wall, and they're gonna secure the southern boundary. And Donald Trump has assured us that under his presidency, he is going to avoid World War III. And I'm kind of excited over that, because the last 2 world wars, I was not alive. This world war, if I'm alive, I all. So it's difficult to run, to escape, and then rationing food, because fundamentally we cannot depend on agriculture in the Bahamas, because both the PLP and the Free National Movement fundamentally have not been serious about agriculture. Let us not forget that Pinling promised us that we will be self-sufficient in agriculture by 1980, and that's about 44 years ago. And since then, you know, I can't talk about it because Christie may get mad. You would recall Christie was Minister of Agriculture, and many of the livestock, they starved in Andres. Ready?
Yes.
I'm having fun.
Okay, great. Looking for a quick getaway. Looking for a quick getaway? Fly Western Air with daily flights from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale starting at just around $290 round trip, including 40 pounds of checked bags. Book your next adventure now at westernAirBahamas.com. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with MoneyMax. Download the MoneyMax app today and send cash instantly to a family member or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax. Live your max life.
This is powerful.
Indeed.
Well, folks, it's a rainy Friday. It's been raining all morning, and it's been raining all over the island. So I think it's good. We need to give God thanks for the rain. You know, we had some flooding, but the rain is necessary to replenish the water resources. And for those of us who are in agriculture, we need rain. And then when you take into consideration that they're lighting fire at the University of the Bahamas, a lot of the young people smoking dope. Nobody wants that to be said, but they're smoking dope. They're smoking dope, they're losing control, and so forth.
Wow.
And they're catching fire, and nobody's listening to me. I see something happening in the country I've never seen before. I see where men dress up as religious men. Some, if you were to examine their history, have been some of the biggest drug smugglers in the history of the country. But today, the Parliament of the Bahamas is negotiating with men who've been smuggling drugs, and they have not repented. The least the Parliament should do is to say to every man, all who have been smuggling drugs from Jamaica, you must appear before a Truth and Reconciliation Commission and confess that you have smuggled, and the Parliament will forgive your crime. But by grab, it is not happening. We are ignoring that many of these religious leaders have been some of the biggest dope runners in the history of this country, but the country is unsafe. We are unsafe. And the devil has taken control of us. And I'm shocked when I pick up the newspaper and I can see Rasta Boo. And the most I can say is what the Haitians say, Rasta Boo pa bon. All right? But I said, Lord, what is this? Never have I ever dreamed that the Parliament of the Bahamas will negotiate with drug smugglers without first asking them to confess and pardoning them. Lord, what is this? Anyway, let me calm down because I need to calm down. Take me to the United States where I can have greater entertainment, where Robert Francis Kennedy, the son of some of the greatest Americans, has held a press conference in Arizona, and Robert has declared that Donald Trump is the man. Do we have that?
I want everyone to know that I am not terminating my campaign. I am simply suspending it and not ending it. My name will remain on the ballot in most states. 3 great causes drove me to enter this race in the first place, primarily. And these are the principal causes that persuaded me to leave the Democratic Party and run as an independent. And now to throw my support to President Trump. In an honest system, I believe that I would have won the election. In a system the kind that my father and my uncles thrived in, a system with open debates, with fair primaries, with regularly scheduled debates, with fair primaries, and with a truly independent media untainted by government propaganda and censorship, in a system of nonpartisan courts and election boards, everything would be different. In Chicago, a string of Democratic speakers mentioned Donald Trump 147 times just on the first day.
Well, that was Robert Francis Kennedy. I think he's the oldest son of the late Senator Robert F. Kennedy, who was the former Attorney General under his older brother, John F. Kennedy. And so Francis, whose name is on the presidential ballot, he's only suspending, okay? And from all indication, he is throwing his support behind Donald John Trump. So it's a wonderful event taking place in the United States. Listen to me, if there is one election that is delicious, I find this election to be very, very delicious, very sweet, very juicy. And all we have to do is just tune in and sit on the side and watch. But I decided that I'm going to do what the American does in third world country. In third world country, the Americans influence the election. You would recall we had a number of elections here that the Americans influence. I don't want to bring it up because there are certain eponyms. I don't want them to get mad if I told you how the Americans helped them to get power. And so I think it's great because I've been watching the Americans for many years. So I'm testing it, okay? The only thing, so that the Americans will not indict me and jail me, I hide behind getting Donald Trump elected as leader of the free world. You see? Now he becomes leader of the free world if he's successful in winning the presidential election. And I continue to talk to black people, people of African ancestry. You must put aside racism. Donald Trump is not racist. Take it from me. So I want every black person to put aside racism. If you vote for Mrs. Harris, that's racism. That's racism. If you vote for Donald Trump, you're doing the right thing. What I say to you is very spiritual. This is very deep. This is mystical. So in the mysticism, a vote against Donald is an acceptance of racism. A vote for Donald is freedom. It's freedom! You've never heard that, hey? Take it from me. It's powerful. It's powerful. Remember, because I have to go to Nassau to deal with some politics. I want you all to listen to me. If you vote against Donald, you are racist. If you say you're voting for the woman because you think she is black, that's racism. You don't vote for people because they're black. The only time you vote for somebody because they're black or white is if that's the only person there. So if only black people, what you expect? Only white people, what you expect? If there's black and white people, you look at policy. Because black don't spend in the bank. And white don't spend in the bank. Okay? So I want you all to stop it. Listen to me. And we in the Bahamas, the Negro people, we are closer genetically to Donald Trump and the other candidates. Because we live in a scientific world. All you need to do is your DNA. And when you do your DNA, you'll be able to see what amount of African, what amount of European, what amount of, all right? Why you think Bramwell had a party called DNA? Huh? You didn't know what Bramwell trick was it? When Bramwell say he formed the DNA? Huh, that's what he was doing. DNA, it's powerful. Anyway, I'm having fun, and we now look at some issues. Before I grab an issue, you have something you want to say?
No, let's go ahead.
The Prime Minister has announced that he wants to meet with the banks before the government makes any decision, in view of the fact that there are many Bahamians who have been complaining about the banks and the fact that the banks are taxing and charging. There are so many allegations against the bank. I'll give you an example. I have a bank account at Commonwealth. They've been calling my house, telling me to come to the bank, and I've been hiding from them. Not because I know them, not because I owe them. No, but I've been hiding. Because for me to go to Commonwealth and they tell me the Canadian thief, the couple of dollars of the account again, I'm going to have to curse out Brent Simonet. Then I'm not allowed to do that. Because Brent don't mess around. Brent could sue you. Because that's Brent Bank. So I've been hiding from them. There is something that the PLP has not told us. You would recall that I pointed out to you that when I was in the Senate, Section 14 of the Central Bank Act clearly states that if you owe bills, legal tenders was dollars. During COVID, Dr. Hubert Minnis and the FNM pulled a nasty banking trick on us while we were locked down. Ha! Now, Fred Mitchell is arguing with Michael Pentard, but Fred has not told us how in the year 2020, Dr. Minnis, Michael Pentard, my good doctor, Dr. Dwayne Sand, and that entire FNM government went to the Parliament and amended the Central Bank Act. So Section 14, as we knew it, has been repealed, and they put in a number of amendments. I'll give you an example. If you were to look at the present legislation, and I think since the PLP has come to power, they may too have added some amendments. But let's focus on the FNM, because I love putting all the blames on the FNM so I could see how smart they are. Because I'm not very smart. I'm not very educated. They are more educated than I am. So what has happened here? In the Central Bank Act, they say all payments can either be done by, my word, bills, where you can pay your dollars, credit card, debit card. So they give you a series of means by which you can pay bill. So if you show up to Bahama with your dollars, Bahama will tell you they ain't accept it. But the law say that you have a number of options by which you can pay them. But they'll tell you they ain't want no cash. Well, guess who does that as well? The government. I went to Inland Revenue and I roused so much until a judge of the Supreme Court touched me on my shoulder. I was so embarrassed. The most I could say, my lord, I didn't see you. And I could say it. The judge said, give me your $100 and take my credit card. And his lordship paid my $100. But the law say I could pay in cash. But the government refused to accept the cash. They say I got to pay credit cards. And I tell you what the Canadians did with the debit card. Every time I give the debit card to do something, the Canadian thief it. And then they buy beer with it. And they're not even kind enough to buy Bahamian beer. At least if they were buying collect, I could understand it. Not that I drink collect. At least I could say, well, the Canadian thief my money and buy collect with it. But they buy Canadian beer with my money. So what is the point of making? You go to the Registrar General's department. The law say, these are the means by which I can pay. I can pay them in cash. I can use a debit card. I can use a credit card. But they say, they ain't gonna give me the birth certificate. They ain't gonna give me the death certificate unless I give them a card. Then they have another set of scallywags who sell you the card. And by the time they sell you the card, you're ripped off again. So therein lies the problem that we are facing as black people. Now, why? In 2024, do I need a bank account? I should be able to say, I don't want no bank account. I don't want to deal with the bank. And if I work for you, you pay me in cash. Why can't that happen? Why can't, if you come and I'm working for you and I work for $300, why can't you give me $300? Why you want to give me a check? So when I get to CIBC, they tell me they can't cash my check because I don't have an account with them. And if I want them to cash the check, I got to pay them X amount of dollars. But the man who wrote the check didn't put the extra money to cover the check. You see how they're robbing us? So here we have a situation where the banks can rob us and the police say nothing. But if I walk into the bank and I rob the bank, the police will come for me. Therein lies our problem. Now, Fred Mitchell must have forgotten, was it 1980? When Pinling led one of the biggest demonstrations in Freeport as Prime Minister. And there was a man in the PLP, if I remember correctly, by the name of Henry Bowen. He may have been a big man in the PLP. I'm certain he was a member of Parliament. He then attacked Pinling in the Tribune. I'm telling you things from my memory. And he said to Pinling, you have power. What you doing protesting? If you don't like what's going on in Freeport, go to the Parliament and introduce a bill. Ha! They forgot that. I didn't forget that. I hope I'm correct. It was 1980. I might be off because I'm getting old, but Henry Bowen did it. Fred Mitchell would know. So certainly Fred Mitchell is aware of the injustices. When is he going to draft a bill? And he don't need nobody in the Attorney General office to do so because Fred Mitchell is a trained attorney at law. And that is what is lacking fundamentally in this country. And the mess that we find ourselves in is fundamentally created by Dr. Hubert Minnis and the FNM while he had us locked down. You remember when he had us locked down? Well, while Minnis had us locked down, they had Minnis just passing laws. And therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem. Okay? And it would be good if the Attorney General would leave the Rastas and this dope alone. Because I can't figure out why the Attorney General is so committed to making sure that Rasta Boo is able to get drugs. When Rasta Boo was getting drugs, the Attorney General was a primary boys' school, or is in a primary school. When Rasta Boo was getting dope, where was the Attorney General? He don't need to protect Rasta Boo. What he needs from Rasta Boo is a national confession that Rasta Boo has sinned. He repents, and he's going to send some of that money to the Bahamas Humane Society. That is what is needed. But then everybody's going to say that I'm wrong, I'm troublesome. But at the university, they smoke so much stuff, they almost burn down the university. Now, let them deny it. You hear me? They smoke so much stuff that they almost burn down the university. But everything we see the white people do, we won't do. We want medicinal marijuana. Now Jomo Campbell, he's going to award 25 acres to grow dope. I can understand Jomo cutting up that 25 acres for agricultural production. After all, Pinling promises that we will be self-sufficient in agriculture by 1980. How? This is Freedom March. God saved the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God saved the King. Lord, send a plague to kill all the dope. Plague the dope, Lord. Plague it. Send plague on the marijuana. Send plague. Send plague on the herbs, Lord. Send plague. Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monka. It's point day times, and of course, my spiritual advisor. Are you ready?
Not yet. Just go ahead.
You're not ready?
No, we're not ready yet.
You really want me to go ahead? Because if I start running on...
But you were dealing with the... No, what was interesting, I'm happy that the Prime Minister has decided to meet with the banks because the charges are just becoming outrageous. Let me give you a case in point. Do you recognize that, or do you know that if you take your debit card and you go to, like say for instance, I have a RBC debit card and I have a Scotiabank debit Visa. If I take my Royal Bank Visa and I go to a Scotiabank machine to do a transaction, and if that transaction is declined, they're going to charge me.
Okay. My problem is, why would you do that?
That is it.
Why would you take, just listen to my question.
okay.
Why would you take a Royal Bank card and go to Scotiabank?
I don't know, it may be convenient to do so.
I thought Royal Bank card was for Royal Bank and Scotiabank card was Scotiabank. That's what I thought.
With the debit visas, you can use them anywhere.
You can go to any bank.
Once you see the visa sign, you can use it.
Okay. But my question is, why do I need one? See,
It's just a modern way of banking.
no,
Sandra.
it's
You
a
know what I
modern
mean?
way for you.
Boy, Sandra, they face know so much things. You
Wow.
recognize sooner or later you won't be able to go into the bank no more. They're going to let you use ATMs.
I don't want to go to the bank. I don't want to go to the bank.
So how you want to be paid?
If I work for you, just give me my couple of dollars.
Sandra, you can't be serious.
Wow, it's amazing. I tell you how to
People
pay
could be
me.
saying, what kind of world you living in though?
I'm living in the first century where Commonwealth Bank is all over the place looking for me. Because I have reason to suspect that the thieving Canadians have stolen again.
Okay, so let me ask a question.
Yeah.
How did this happen? Now, you say you had a Commonwealth card, and apparently your card was, there's some fraud going on.
I don't know how they do it.
So where did this happen? Did you go someplace and somebody cloned your card?
I don't know how they do it.
Do you know where you use your card?
I don't use the card. All right?
But yes, still somebody.
All I know is Commonwealth Bank tell me one man in Canada buy some beer. And I asked Commonwealth Bank what kind of beer did he buy? And when they told me what kind of beer he bought, we don't sell that kind of beer in the
What kind
Bahamas.
of beer was it?
I don't remember the Canadian beer. I know it was in Quebec. See, if you thief my money and you buy Quebec, I'm kind of sympathetic. If you thief my card and you buy some Quebec, you know, I could kind of understand and say, Lord, look how they thief my money and buy Quebec. But for Canadian, I in Nassau, never been to Canada, don't want to go to Canada.
Canada's nice, man.
Yeah, but I don't want to go. I ain't saying it ain't nice. I believe it's nice.
It's big.
I believe God made it,
It's
but
big.
I don't want to go.
It's big.
It's big. All I don't want the Canadian people to be doing is thieving the money of my little card. And the least that Commonwealth Bank could do is to tell the Canadians to stop it. That's all. And my position is, who want card should be given card. You want a credit card, you should have it. You want a debit card, you should have it. Who want to get paid in cash, they get paid.
So let
Who
me
want
ask
to
a
keep their
question.
money in rock hole, they can do it. Who want to put it on the mama bed, they can do it. You might think I'm stupid. Perhaps I am. But shouldn't I have a choice? After all, everybody else got all kind of choice when it comes to committing some of the most dangerous sins. Huh? I just don't understand these people. And all I try to get, then Attorney General Allison Maynard to understand. I said, Allison, I need no card. Senator, you need card. How you can get paid? I said, you mean to tell me you can't just give me a check? Give me the cash? And Allison is very wealthy. Allison could have cashed my check because my money was in big money. All right? But they say it. And now nobody is complying with the law. And the law says you have a number of options. Now when you go to the government, imagine you go to the government and the government tell you they can take your cash. You have to give them card. Then when you question them, they say the staff is thief. What you hiring thieving staff for? If you think the staff can thief the money, then the ministers should collect the money. Don't tell me ministers don't collect no money, because I have the evidence. I could even produce the check. I could show you the minister collecting the money, and he never stole it. I bet you all don't. You got to watch out for me. You would remember, what is the name, the minister, what is the name of the minister of housing? The former PLP minister.
Oh, Shane Gibson?
You would recall that Shane Gibson, when faced with American Anna Nicole Smith and either the work permit or the permanent residency, it cost $10,000. And Anna couldn't get to immigration. So Shane Gibson collected and took it to immigration, and immigration sent it to the public treasury and the money cash. So don't tell me the minister can't collect. If the staff is thief, well, the minister will have to collect. As simple as that. If the staff thief, then let's pay it to the minister. But I shouldn't be made to get no credit card or get no debit card. That's only my opinion. Now, those who want it should be allowed to. Now, you ready for birthday?
Yeah.
Go ahead,
We're
Mr.
ready. We can
Supervisor.
Go ahead. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Street to street. Here we go. I think the first person up is Mario Rowe. All right, great. So we want to wish our baby boy Mario Malachi Rowe Jr. a happy 15th birthday. It's coming from his parents Mario and Anita, his sister McQuell, the entire Bastian and Rose family. We pray for many more birthdays. Bless you, MJ. Your birthday is on Sunday the 25th. Okay, so we'll be doing a pre-birthday shout out to you. Okay, all right, so Mario Rowe will be celebrating his birthday on Sunday the 25th, all right? So all the best to you, Mario, and of course your family wishes you well. All right, so happy birthday to Lawrence, from his family and friends. All the best to you, Lawrence. Happy birthday to you. Wilma Allen. Happy birthday to Wilma Allen. It's coming from your sister Sandra and family. Enjoy your special day. Wilma Allen. Jade Lightburn. We would like to wish our niece over in Berlin, Jade Lightburn, a happy birthday. It's coming from your mother, Delary Hutchinson, your sister, brothers, aunts, nieces, nephews, and all the rest of the family in Bradley, especially Auntie Shami in Bradley. So happy birthday to Jade Lightburn. Heaven Major, happy birthday to the only granddaughter, Heaven Paradise Major, from our entire family. They love you. All the best to you. Happy birthday to Heaven Major. Rest in peace. Andrew Thompson, you're going to do that?
Yeah, go ahead. Andrew Thompson, yeah. Read
Okay. So
Yes,
that's
well,
you.
yeah, Andrew Thompson, as I told you, my godson. He's the son of Nicola and sister Jax. And Andrew, he died suddenly yesterday, survived by his wife Candice. And of course, Andrew is 43 years old. Lots of relative, lots of family. So among his siblings is Nikita Jax. So may he rest in peace and rise in glory. We thank you.
Also, we understand the mother of Raquel Woodside, Iris Irony Sands Rowe. She died on the 10th of August, 2024. Of course, condolences coming. It's going to her family, especially from her son-in-law, Woody Woodside. So, the mother of Raquel Woodside, Iris Irony Sands Rowe, she died August the 10th, 2024. Of course, condolences coming to the entire family, including her son-in-law, Woody Woodside.
And then, of course, I didn't hear you do this shout-out.
Go ahead.
We have a happy birthday shout-out to Miss Phyllis Johnson. Do you have that?
No.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Phyllis Johnson, and it comes to her from her niece, Janelle Noel, and of course, all of the, Campbell, Seymour clan out of Cat Island. So it's powerful. Philip Miller. This is Philip Miller, a very good friend of mine. Philip Miller is the former permanent secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and tomorrow will be his birthday. So I want to salute Philip Miller. I want him to know that his son Reno and all of his siblings and all of his friends, they wish him a very happy birthday. And this is powerful. Yeah, very powerful. And then of course, tomorrow is Saturday, so there are a number of things that are planned tomorrow at the First Baptist Church parking lot, which is at the corner of Coconut Grove Avenue and Market Street. Well, the Progressive Liberal Party candidate for St. Barnabas, that is Michael Halkitis, his school giveaway, that will commence. What time is that scheduled for? So, pardon? For 3 p.m.
He's the member of Parliament for St. Barnabas?
No, he's the PLP candidate.
Oh, okay.
And he's the state minister responsible for finance.
Okay.
So that is going to be very, very powerful. And then, of course, Jomo Campbell, he is also having a giveaway. We know that he's going to be on St. George's Park around 2 p.m. tomorrow. That's Saturday. He's doing something. And then, of course, Miguel Barnaby, he is also having a back-to-school giveaway in his constituency. So all around the Bahamas, members of parliament are doing things, right? They are having school giveaway. So I hope to join Michael Halkitis in St. Barnabas. Who is this that we have a spiritual advisor?
So there's the Vaughn Miller, the Honorable Vaughn Miller.
Yeah.
He's going to have a back-to-school career path fair, and that's tomorrow, Saturday, August the 24th. It's going to be in Dignity Gardens Community Park, from 1 to 4 p.m. All right, so for more information, I want you to call a number that I can't see. Anyhow, 1 Miller. Then, of course, there's going to be a summer slim and slide back to school fun day, the 24th of August, which is tomorrow, between the hours of 1 and 4 p.m. at the Golden Gate Straight Park. Food, drinks, prizes, and giveaways will be. So that's Pia Global Road. All right, so Pia Global Road. Boy, the PLP is on the move, eh? PLP's Pia Global Road is holding a Golden Gates Community Summer Slip and Slide.
Michael Barnaby.
A summer slip and slide back to school fun day. Of course, that is tomorrow, August the 24th, between the hours of 1 to 4 p.m. at the Golden Gate Straight Park. And yes, the honorable member for Mount Moriah, we understand, is having a
Back to school.
What is it? Jamboree?
Yeah, there it is, right there.
See you tomorrow at the Tom Grant Park, Yellow Elder Gardens tomorrow at 2 p.m. for our annual Back to School event. All right, so the member of Parliament for Mount Moriah is having an annual Back to School event. This, of course, is going to be held at the Tom Grant Park, which is in Yellow Elder Gardens tomorrow at 2 p.m. For the Back to School events in Mount Moriah.
So these are great events, great socio-political events. So for heaven's sake, go to your constituency and to participate. So if it's God's will, I'm going to join the state minister responsible for finance. That's Michael Halkitis. Michael Halkitis, 2 p.m. at the corner of Coconut Grove Avenue and Market Street in the parking lot of First Baptist Church. There, the St. Barnabas Back to School event will take place. So I think it's going to be great. And I want everybody to go to your own constituency. So since I live in St. Barnabas now...
Isn't Shannon Cartwright going to have something tomorrow?
I don't know.
No.
Do you have something from him?
No, I don't have anything from him.
Well, you should ask him.
Yeah, I need to ask
Don't give
him.
him free advertisement. And Shannon, we don't see Shannon now.
Everybody else paid, right?
They are having something. If Shenandoah is having something, say it. But I spoke to...
You're in the St. Barnabas
I spoke to
Andrew?
Shenandoah General, and I said to him,
Okay.
is Shenandoah doing anything? He's like a state. I said, why you suck your teeth?
How did you ask him?
Huh? I said,
Were you polite?
very polite. Is Shenandoah
You want
doing
facetious.
anything?
You want
I could
facetious,
never
right?
be facetious with him. And he's like a state. I said, why you suck your teeth? He said, man, we don't see Shenandoah. I said, well, don't worry about that. Michael Halkitis, he's going to be there. And you make sure you come, because I'm going to be standing up next to Michael Halkitis, and everything is going to be all right. So it's powerful. Anyway, I think we finished with that, right?
Who's the young lady you have up there, Mr. Producer? Huh? We already did that, right?
Who's
yeah.
that?
Yeah, because I thought I heard I did the name. That's Wilma, right? Yeah, we did that already.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much.
Should we finish?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, folks, last week, Saturday. No, I'm wrong again. Last week, Friday, my spiritual advisor and I, and Dion Delancey, accompanied by one of our staff here, we went to Gombe. And you may not know that Gombe is 50 years old, or perhaps more. And I've been studying Gombe because I have some relative. Had it not been for Gombe, they would not be alive. So it's so amazing. Gombe Mama beat the drum again. You would recall?
Sorry? Forgive me. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
We run out of time, so play it.
My mouth full. My mouth full.
I'd just like to make it abundantly clear that we have to vote for Donald Trump, right? All Americans listening, we have to vote for Donald Trump.
Okay, then no problem.
What is your name?
My name is Siobhan Smith.
And will you please tell me what is it that you have here on display?
Yes, I'm an artist. I'm promoting my art collection.
The name of the character is here.
Yes.
Put your head. My spiritual supervisor. Hold your head.
Watch you every day. Yes, sir. In the government office, I was one office. So we watch you every definitely want to join today. 26 times. Mine won 12 times. Pam was the worst one last night, yeah? Pam was the worst one. Because I was outside. You know, I ain't sleep yet. You know I ain't sleep yet.
They said, why don't you watch your idea? I said, boy, if you're having a bad day,
You know I ain't sleep yet. Man, that's more than a laugh.
Wow.
Yes.
You made this yourself? That's very creative.
Customized.
This a mug here?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
How are the men? Yes, sir. You're taking good care of the lady? Yes, sir. You ought to. Yes. Yeah, you right. Keep on.
How much you need on the stage? I really need at least 3 people on the stage.
Strong, man. Strong.
Too late. Give it up for Black, y'all. Give it up for Black. Give it up for Black. All right. Welcome to Blueberry 2024. You're listening to the sounds of the Jam Band. We have here to entertain you tonight. We want you to shake a leg, have a good time, get on down. Woo!
Welcome back.
The end of the segment.
God save the King. We'll be right back at the end of this segment. We'll be right back. Hold on, everybody. God save the King. It's powerful today. Be right back. Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Road is my spiritual advisor. I'll be paying more bills.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Let's do that quickly. Looking for a quick getaway. Fly Western Air with daily flights from Freeport to Fort Lauderdale, starting at just $290 round trip, including 40 pounds of checked bags. Book your next adventure now at westernairbahamas.com. Everybody needs money always, so send money internationally and locally through Western Union with MoneyMax. Download the MoneyMax app today to send cash instantly to a family or friend anytime and anywhere. Sending money has never been simpler. The app is available on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. MoneyMax. Live your max life.
This is powerful. Well, folks, we showed you a video shortly a few minutes ago where Bradley and we were on Bay Street. We attended the last night of Gombe. I won't discuss the history of Gombe today, perhaps Monday if God spares my life. But this evening, Bradley and we shall be going on the periphery of Dignity Garden, where we are accompanied by certain police officers from Urban Renewal. There, the police will be giving 3 young boys a gift as the police attempt to build a wonderful relationship with these 3 young boys who had an occasion to misunderstand what the police was attempting to do while pursuing an alleged criminal. And so these 3 young boys, they complained, and of course, when it came to the attention of Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda, he sent some of the most senior police officers to meet with the 3 young boys, listened to their complaint, and took a statement. I was rather surprised when I saw those boys yesterday, and they said we had 2 police officers in khaki. They came and they spoke to us and took a statement. So that is commendable, that children can complain and the police does not dismiss their complaint, but instead send officers to hear their complaint and to document it. So it's a wonderful day in the Bahamas, and so both Bradley and we are happy to accompany the police this evening, and if all goes as planned, next week, if it's God's will, we'll show you what that experience looked like. Bradley?
All right, you have a birthday to do, no?
Oh yeah, there is a birthday. You do the birthday, Bradley. What is the name of that young girl?
Is it Neve?
Yes. Go ahead.
Who's it coming from?
It's coming from, there it goes.
All right, so happy birthday goes out to Neve, my beautiful daughter Neve.
It comes from her mother.
It's coming from
Grammy Francis. Francis what?
Okay, it's coming from your Grammy. I don't see the name here.
Yeah, for goodness me.
Put it definitely.
It's coming from her Grammy. Well, we're getting down, my spiritual advisor. Anyway, it's coming from Grammy Francis. That's how Shirley Francis.
Today. Coming from the Grammy.
Shirley Francis.
All the best to you. Happy birthday to you. We hope you live to enjoy many, many more.
This is powerful.
All right.
All right. Thank you, my spiritual advisor. Please open the line.
All right, so we can open the lines. The weekend is here. 323-7775. 6980-775. 6980-776. Lady's been complaining about not being able to see the show for the entire week on TV. That is a cable problem, isn't it?
Where does she live?
Yeah, I was supposed to ask her.
And
that's a good question.
Kind of TV is she using?
I don't know, but she said she's not been able to watch Freedom March for a whole week.
Okay. Well, you can tell her.
I'm thinking it's a cable problem.
That she can go to Facebook, ILS TV Studios Facebook page.
ILTV Studios.
And she can see it. And then also, next time you must ask them, were they looking at Freedom March on BTC Flow TV, or was it Cable 224? In more recent time, there have been many complaints about BTC. And so I appeal to BTC to make sure that the cables are working so the people them could see Freedom March. I love BTC, but I don't want BTC to cost me to tell people to go to Cable Bahamas. So BTC, you hold on to your share of the customers by making sure that everybody can see us. Because Cable Bahamas is doing everything in its power to ensure that the people see us. And I think it's powerful.
All right, we get some calls. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Yeah, good afternoon, Brother Rule. How you doing, sir?
Okay.
Brother Michael.
Sir.
What's happening? Listen to me. I want to say a happy birthday to my son, Julian Ferguson Jr., coming from his dad and his sister, Jamia.
What is the name of his dad?
Julian Ferguson. If he's Julian Ferguson Jr. and I his dad, I got the name Julian Ferguson Sr.
Well, you got to...
John, you know something else?
Oh, no.
You scared me.
You forget I've been to the party, eh?
Okay.
When I arrived
and listen
at the
to
party...
me. Also, Betsy Claire. Her birthday is also today. Greetings coming from her husband, Cleo, all of her sisters, all of her brothers, her pastor, and the members of New Birth Kingdom Deliverance Ministry. Betsy, enjoy your day.
This is
Now,
powerful.
finally, I heard you all talk about all those back-to-school things. You know, Bamboo Town, we're different. You tell the people in Bamboo Town, look for the van. We're going door to door.
Really?
And we are not, it started on yesterday. They're out back today with the member of parliament, and they're going door to door in Bamboo Town. We got to hit every house in Bamboo Town. We know some people need some help. Those who need help, we'll be able to supply their children with lunch for the first week
Really?
of school.
Okay.
Okay, so they're out on the road now. So just listen out for the music, listen out for the horn. They're touching every house that has a child or children in Bamboo Town.
Okay, now before
If
you
they
leave...
if they miss us today, tomorrow it's still there. We'll be out again tomorrow in full force.
Now before you leave,
Yes, sir.
I want to speak to you in parable.
Yes.
The Negro woman who accompanied me at your party
Yes.
is in search of you.
I got her. She was here already.
This is powerful.
She was here already.
God save the king.
God save the king, sir.
Do well,
God
my
bless.
brother. All right.
Thank you, caller. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good evening, Mr. Manco,
Sir.
Mr. Roll,
Yes, sir. How are you?
and the producer. Mr. Manco,
Sir.
I was going to comment on the legalizing of marijuana,
Yes.
but one or two things come to my mind.
Let me hear it, brother.
So, I was wondering, why so many women in America, and Ms. Harris in particular, is lobbying so hard for the rights to have an abortion? And I might be wrong, but are they asking for the rights to kill?
Well,
That's what it
an
is.
abortion permits you to legally destroy
A fetus.
a baby.
Right.
Yeah.
But the book say, good book say, thou shalt not kill.
But that doesn't apply to America.
Okay.
That applies to us.
All right.
See, the Americans may not, I want you to hear this last piece. The Americans may not have accepted the teaching of Holy Scripture.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would not be applicable to them.
All right.
Okay.
I want to ask, I keep hearing you say that Scotland Yard was robbed on East Street.
That is true. We robbed them.
But my understanding is different.
Okay, what did you understand?
My understanding is Scotland Yard was robbed in the area of Fort Finn Castle, near the water tower.
And where is the Fort Finn Castle in relationship to East Street?
Well, the Fort Finn Castle is where the water tower is. The East Street is on the water tower, by the water tower.
But to get to the water tower, you must go east onto Prison Lane.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And you continue going east until you reach a curve, and then you turn northeast. So you have to understand in law enforcement, I hate to use the word we, but I'm going to show off. We don't say precisely where the crime took place. We give you a kind of general idea. Sometimes, depending on the sophistication of the Negroes whose business have been robbed, we hide that.
Right.
You see?
Right.
So I was merely quoting that.
Hold on. So, okay.
Yeah.
So I submit again.
Go ahead.
So, sir, let me ask you a question. You said there can never be rape in marriage, didn't you?
Yeah, there can never be rape in marriage.
You have some more calls?
Hold on, Mr. Principal Advisor.
Okay.
Go ahead, let
All
me hear
right.
this man.
Can there be rape in sweethearting?
There are two women that a good man could never rape. You listen to me, I'm 67.
Okay, go ahead.
You cannot rape your sweetheart.
Man, stop talking foolishness.
Okay? Have you ever had a sweetheart?
No, I something like you.
Are you married?
You never had one, and I never had.
Are you married?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is, I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
The reason why I do not have a sweetheart is the sweetheart is always greater than the wife.
But legally, the wife has the most say.
The sweetheart is greater than the wife. And no longer,
legally,
I want you to listen to this, and no longer
right.
does the wife have all the say. Because if you have a sweetheart, and she could prove that you are the father of her children, your wife will have to share the estate with her bastards. Okay?
They will, the wife will get half.
She will get her half.
The children will share that half.
Yes.
Okay, so the wife still carry the weight.
But before 2001, the sweetheart could not get. But thank God for Hubert Ingram and the Free National Movement that sweethearting has been liberated.
Yes, you able to children them.
Thank you so much, caller. We got a lot of calls waiting,
Thank
okay?
you.
We're so sorry. Thank you. Let's get another call. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
Go ahead, caller. You're live.
Hello.
You're live, caller.
Hello. Hello, Monka.
Sir.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
All right. I called about a lamp pole on the side of the road. It been there for a couple of days. Somebody knocked it down.
Where?
And right on Seabreeze crossing from the park.
But didn't I tell you to take a picture and send me a WhatsApp marker?
I didn't have no internet like that.
Okay. We got to find a way for you to get that picture to me because I have not seen Miles LaRuda yet. So I'm preparing a big list. I got a big list for Miles LaRuda.
Seabreeze? Seabreeze Park?
Yeah.
Somebody knocked it down, pulled down from last week.
Who's your MP?
The same person I tell you.
Call his name again.
But the woman named Seabreeze, man.
Oh.
You're talking about Miss Bryce?
Bryce, yeah.
I think that's her.
Okay. All right. Okay. Get me a picture, send it to me.
Leslie.
I know exactly how to find Miss Bryce.
But I come to see you down. I come to see you by the thing. If you be there tomorrow by the tree.
I'm gonna be by the tree, but I'm subject to Michael Halkitis calling me and asking me to go with him to give away these school materials.
Yes, sir.
But if you come under the tree, I will have men there waiting to greet you.
And I have another problem too. Okay.
Go ahead.
You was talking about the Boston school thing.
Yes.
Yes, the MP for Elizabeth State, Dan whatever his name, he moving there and he don't get nobody nothing.
The MP for Elizabeth State is Miss Colby Davis. That isn't true. She gives out all kind of stuff.
They don't give one to nobody. They call their friends and their family there.
No. You stop that.
I telling you.
Listen to me. You call me 801-5760. I have the hotline to Miss Colby.
Yes,
you still have children in school?
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll make sure you get one book and a pencil since you don't have any children, okay?
But for people in the area.
Listen to me. Just tell them.
They call the other people to the other area. That's why I'm trying to tell you.
Stop saying that. Miss Colby.
It happened on Seaweed Park too. Other people live in the area. They ain't getting nothing. They call their family and friends.
Okay. When you get to the park, you call me.
Sir.
And I'll come to the park.
All right.
Thank you so much, caller. We have a very big announcement to make. You don't want. Thank you so much, caller. Have a good weekend. You don't want to miss this. All right, the IL Cares Foundation is going to have a back to school giveaway. All right, listen, you don't want to miss this. Tomorrow, August the 24th, and it's going to be at the University of the Bahamas, Poinciana Drive entrance. Let me repeat this. The IL Cares Foundation, you don't want to miss this, is going to have a back to school giveaway. All right, it's going to be August the 24th, which is tomorrow, and it's going to be at the University of the Bahamas, the campus Poinciana Drive entrance. All right, from 12 noon to 4 p.m. So you're going to get free backpacks, kits, free food and drinks, treats, and entertainment. All right, so don't forget tomorrow, come on down and join the IL Cares Foundation as they present their back to school giveaway tomorrow, August the 24th, 2024, at the University of the Bahamas campus, Poinciana Drive entrance from 12 noon to 4 p.m. Free backpack, kits, free food, drinks, treats, and entertainment. So come on down and join them tomorrow. All right, welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
What's up?
Go ahead, caller.
I have a question. I want to speak with Mr. Rodney Manker, reference to finding out something for me. I am what you would call a CCF patient, a heart patient. I attend the government hospital. My cardiologist, Dr. Patrick Cargill, I understand is no longer there. I had an appointment to see him on July the 11th. They called me like 2 days before the appointment to say, I don't have a cardiologist anymore. So they have to cancel my appointment. And when they find a replacement, they will call me back with another appointment. I need Mr. Munker to find out for me, please. When would they be finding a replacement for Dr. Patrick Cargill? Because you do have people who cannot afford to go to private cardiologists.
Well, Patrick Cargill, I'll check on it. Patrick Cargill should have seen you before he walked away. That's what he should have done. All right? And I think it's bad that he walked away without first taking into consideration your human rights to be seen by him. All right? But I'll check on it. I'll check on it for you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Goodness me, what happened to Patrick Cargill? Come, Dr. Patrick Cargill. If you know that you already give patients, what do you call it? Give them what? To come and see you.
Appointment?
An appointment. Certainly you should stick with the appointment and not bring and cause unnecessary hardship to poor black people. Oh boy.
Let's take this other call.
Yeah.
Welcome to Freedom House, caller. You're live.
Well, welcome. How are you?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Okay. Spiritualizer.
Yes, sir.
I want to find out, Munker. He's working now. Does he get paid in cash?
My spiritual advisor is not allowed to answer that because you sound like a robber. You taken care of? God save the king.
The spiritual
Hang up on
aspect.
that man. How dare you ask that kind of question? I'm 67. Next thing you know, some Negro mistake me. They may not recognize. All right? If they know it's me, they would say, Brother Manka, we're not going to rob you. But stop saying that. Okay?
All right, let's take this next call. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Rodney and Mr. Rose.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Rodney, how the next man, how the big man get in your pocket for each quarter? How you get in your affairs? Anyhow, getting back to the law, last Friday, the Privy Council ruled in the newspaper
Yes.
that the first wife to the second wife for some big building that they own, but the building in both names. So once the partner dead, the wife own everything.
Right.
So if you're the wife and your name is on it, make sure your husband have a will it back to you. For you and your children to get whatever you and your husband is. So it's a simple issue. Either your name on them deeds or you or your husband will. That name you the beneficiary of whatever your name ain't on.
Well, you're not totally right.
Why not?
If your wife and you own the property as tenant in common, what happens then?
Then one partner die. Listen, go get last week Friday.
You listen to me. I want to teach you because I have a wife. If a man and his wife owns property as tenant in common, upon his death, his half of his estate, right?
No, is that name on the deeds?
Yes, but it's tenant in common.
That joint tenancy. One partner dead, the next partner
No,
is
joint. No.
Council judgment.
Listen to me.
Friday's newspaper.
If it is joint tenancy, you would be correct. But if it's tenant in common,
But if your name is on it, you are joined together.
why this man wouldn't listen, man? Anyway, you ain't interested in the facts.
He's it all. So what happens to the...
If it is joint tenants, survivor takes all. So you'd be correct. But if it's tenant in common, the half that belongs to the husband would have to be cut in half.
Law.
Goodness of mercy.
You
ain't listening to me.
What that Bingham is? Let's make America great again. When was America great? During slavery, after slavery, during the Jim Crow era? When was America great? That's what when. Do you know where Donald Trump base is? Negroes can't go there.
Oh,
You see this where America
come
is?
on,
Negroes
come
can't go
on,
there.
come on with your slave mentality. Come on, Negroes, stop it. Come on, Negroes, stop it.
Thank you so much.
That's the truth.
Stop it. We're going to vote for Trump. We're going to reject racism.
No, that's Donald
And we're
Trump.
going to vote for Trump. And the slogan is, vote for Trump. Yes, indeed. Trump knows what the people need. It's powerful.
All right, so tomorrow the IL Cares Foundation is going to have a back-to-school giveaway. And I think it's, yes, tomorrow, August the 24th, 2024, the IL Cares Foundation is going to have a back-to-school giveaway. You don't want to miss this. For those of you parents in particular who have children going to school. It's going to be at the University of the Bahamas campus. Now, pay special attention to this now. It's on the Poinciana Drive entrance. Santa, Poinciana Drive is where Eden Street is, right?
Yes.
All right.
Or you can say opposite.
Commonwealth Bank?
Huh?
Opposite Commonwealth Bank?
No,
On
no.
Poinciana?
If it's on the Poinciana Drive has two entrances. So is it the entrance
Where
that
BDC
enters?
is?
You have to listen to me. Is it the entrance when you're entering the front part of the university?
Or the back part?
Or is it the entrance that take you to the Portia Smith Center?
Which one? Okay,
What-
but just look for the balloons and the tents, okay?
Yeah.
So tomorrow, the 24th, the IL Cares Foundation is going to be on Poinciana Drive at the University
You
of the
can't
Bahamas
miss it.
entrance. You can't
Poinciana
miss it.
Drive, right there.
12 noon to 4 p.m. Also, Adrian White, is he going to have a back-to-school giveaway? Yes, Adrian White is going to have a back-to-school giveaway at St. Anne's constituency. Distribution of back-to-school supplies, Saturday, August the 24th, 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Constituency Office, Johnson Road, constituency officer. Don't forget Adrian White. I think that's the Free National Movement Member of Parliament, eh?
Yes.
For St. Anne's. He's going to have a back-to-school giveaway in the St. Anne's constituency. Distribution of back-to-school supplies is going to be tomorrow, Saturday, August the 24th, 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon at the constituency office, Johnson Road, constituency, St. Anne's constituency, only call to register. All right, so I think we did it all.
This is
for today.
Well, I shall. There's another one?
Yeah, Shandon Cartwright, not until August the 30th.
Oh, come
We'll
on,
do that
Mr.
next
Spiritual
week.
Advisor.
We'll do Shandon next week.
Folks, do well. Remember, hurricane is in the air. Be careful. All right? It's powerful. And so, as I depart, I say, God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the United States of America. Don't vote over color. This ain't got nothing to do with color. It's Trump.